What is going on, fire signs? This is your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for you guys. If you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. Also, guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that is totally fine. Let us go ahead and see what is going on in your love lives for I don't know why I keep saying October, but November 7th, 2018. Okay, let's see what's going on with y'all in your love lives on November 7th. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, y'all stressed out. What? Oh. About the potential for happiness here. Or sharing it with others. You're happily ever after with people involved. You got cards coming up though. Even though death and judgment are very tough energies, you know, this is ultimately a really good card to get. Your underlying energy is the Seven of Cups. Underneath that, you have the Devil. Why do you have the Devil coming up? Because of the Eight of Pentacles. You guys are really super focused on work for a long period of time. And I think that made you guys feel a little trapped. If it's not work, then you're very focused on something. The building of something. The creation of something. And yeah, it kind of made you guys feel a little trapped, I think. Because you guys, you know, it's because I feel like, in a way, some of you guys may have resorted to old ways of behaving. Maybe you felt very attached to someone that was very toxic, or in a relationship where someone was very, very toxic to you guys, or there was a sort of codependent behavior, perhaps. For someone else, perhaps, but this is just some sort of trapped energy. But now the focus of this reading has to do with options, choices, choosing your heart's desire, going after that, and also letting yourself dream as well. Because I think for the last couple days, you guys have had the King and Queen of Swords come up in your reading, and y'all being really realistic, or being, very logical, left brain thinking, and instead of kind of being your fiery selves, being creative, thinking of being a creative individual, expressing a piece of who you are, because that's the thing. That's what makes you guys, that's what helps you guys keep going, instead of kind of thinking of a practical goal. It's about how it makes you feel. If you get some sort of enjoyment out of it. Now considering this is a love reading, right? This could be career, your legacy, your lifestyle. But if this is your love life, this is your romantic life here, I do get the sense that you may not be feeling all that passionate about your connection, because there may be some things that you're trying to resist. Because of obviously the stress here, right? There may be just like you're being very logical, you're being very serious, you're looking at things in a certain way instead of just kind of allowing yourself to enjoy the moment like you guys would normally do. Now, with that being said, I feel like that's kind of making this a lot harder for you guys to do, picking your path, picking what you want to do, because I think there's an outcome that you do want, but you just don't really know what avenue you could choose to get there. And then there's the thing. Here's the beautiful, great answer for you guys. You are never stuck at one option, right? That sounds like it's going to make that whole choosing process a whole lot more worse. But I'm telling you this because no matter what you choose, you can still get to this 10 of Cups here. It don't matter which cup you choose. It don't matter if you reject all of them and be like the 8 of Cups and say, fuck it, I'm going to find my own way. Any option that you choose, you can get exactly what you want. But you just have to dedicate yourself to it. And as long as it makes you feel good about who you are and what you're doing, then you're solid. The second is, it's tedious, it's boring, it's not really, challenging you, or it's not making you feel good about you. It's not gonna get you to where you want to be, because you're gonna end up being more stressed out, kind of like stressed out how you are right now. Now, that being said, considering that your challenge here is the Knight of Swords, is about overcoming some sort of anxieties. Maybe you guys are not sleeping very well. But I don't think this is because, it's just like a body thing. I think it's because you guys are really stressed out. And it has to do with this 10 of Cups. The crossing, the obstacle, the thing that you're facing at this moment has to do with the 10 of Cups. And since it's crossed like this, it's giving me the impression that, yeah, you're stressed out perhaps because, this is something that makes you happy. This is your happily ever after, sharing it with people, being around people that support you and love you. But seeing, feeling good about where you are, it's the manifestation of, of the Nine of Cups. But, you're including people in this. Now, the past is the Death card. Now, the Death card coming up. It's very, it's difficult, especially with Judgment coming up, because we're in Scorpio season, right? But Death is about releasing something, letting something go. You know what I mean? It's letting something go, as old ways of thinking, patterns of behavior, things like that. But most importantly, letting go of the past, letting bygones be bygones, not condoning the actions that have happened. Or the things that have happened to you that made you feel bad about yourself, about the relationships that you've been in, about, the way you've been living your life. But it's to set yourself free. That's all. Every time I say that, guys, I really mean that. It's about setting yourself free. And I think right now there's some things that you have to let go of, because it's causing you stress, and it's making it very hard for you to see your future potentially being this Ten of Cups. Because right now you're seeing other things. You're closing your eyes and you're not looking at the reality of something. And it may not be very bad. It may be just fine, but it's just that there's a lot of stuff going on here regarding, the past and truth. It's just, it has to be cleansed. You have to cleanse it. And I feel like in the past there was a bit of cleansing here, but you have the Page of Swords in your present. Let's talk about being brutally honest. Now, it could be brutally honest with yourself, brutally honest with the people around you. And I feel like that's the thing. Maybe you're worried about saying something that you really feel like you have to say for yourself, and you are worried about it disrupting the harmony and the flow of how things have been going on. But if you have to say it because you need to say it for your security, for your, for you to, just be 100% and, transparent, do it. But it also requires you to be very honest and open with yourself, and allow other people to do the same. And that can be very hard too, hearing other people's truths, because they don't necessarily have to have, a tactful attitude about it. So I feel like there is a lot of confronting of truth, and, that can kind of kick up some stress as well, especially when you've been trying to cleanse your area and, clean things out and move things on. But I feel like the true turning point to see how much you actually released will come up here with Judgment. Now, that's going to trigger up some of this old stuff here, but you have to kind of approach it with a different mindset, a different perspective, and show to yourself that you have changed. You have allowed the past energy to flow through you. You've gained the lessons that you need to gain for you to go and pursue the things that you want, right? And I feel like that's the thing, right? I think that for Judgment being here in the future, there's this, there's this call to action. But most importantly, seeing that there's a new opportunity ahead, and you can do something differently with it. And the reason why I really say that is because of the Wheel of Fortune in your Golden Ambition. This is all about going ahead and moving forward with your new perspective, with your new dreams, Seven of Cups is not just options and choosing your best path to follow, or choosing your desired outcome, or just choosing your approach, or what makes you happy, choosing your heart's desire. But it's also dreaming, allowing yourself to dream, allowing yourself to fantasize. There's a lot of realistic, there's a lot of reality checks going on here. But I feel like the thing is, you have to have all these reality checks so that way you can dream. So you can make space for all the dreams that that's either people around you have smashed, or maybe even you have smashed because you've been disappointed before. This is leaving room for new things and allowing you to truly be creative. And I feel like that's a lot of the reason why you may be stressed out right now, because maybe someone says you can't do something, you won't be able to make it because you have X, Y, and Z, and it sounds like it makes sense, but it doesn't have to be your reality. And I feel like that's the big thing, right? Choose it. Everybody has a truth. Everybody has an opinion. It don't make it valid. It don't make it true for you. That's the beautiful thing about people having opinions, is that not everybody's opinion is right for you. Not everybody's opinion isn't wrong. It just doesn't have to be right for you. So that being said, let's go ahead and see what you guys got from the Messenger Oracle. And you guys have time to reflect. Time to look within. pretty much. It's very, very spiritual kind of card. Four of Swords, Hermit energy type card. And it's like everything that you need, every question that you have, every uncertainty that you make arise, that you may feel or have within yourself, it can be answered by looking within yourself. Everything is a projection. Everywhere we are, everything that we've got going on is a projection of who we are internally. Whether this is something we've done based, indirectly to ourselves, or just by means of association or the people picking up the energy or the vibe. But however you are seeing your external energy is how you feel about yourself. But you have to change that energy within in order for you to change the outside energy. Like, this is why I said this is very Hermit energy. Because the Hermit changes his frequency. You have to change yours. And once you change your frequency, which is why this is such a big thing, you have 3 major arcana cards here talking about change. You have to change your frequency so you can have this. So you don't have to, so you could have this. And you can let go of this stress. 9 Swords. But it starts by looking within, and it starts by being honest with yourself, but also applying compassion too. Because everybody needs a little bit of compassion. But all right, fire signs, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys later. Love y'all. Bye, guys.